Hi, Joe Flowers with Condor Tool and Knife, and today we're going over the care and feeding of your leather sheath that you have with your Condor knife. Now you may notice that it's a high quality sheath. That's because it comes from El Salvador. El Salvador is a country that makes boots and has great pride in their leather. So this pride goes into each sheath making that you'll find. Now this is a normal Condor sheath. I also have with me a typical machete sheath made for a Condor, custom made by somebody from El Salvador. And you can see the great detail that comes in that leather. The first thing that you need to know is leather is a skin. Therefore, when you heat it up, it becomes porous and it can take in more material. So if you took that leather and you wanted to do a custom fit job where you dip the leather in wax, you'd heat it up first and then you can dip it in wax, and you can get almost a hard leather style sheath, like this Brian Andrews custom pterosaur. You can see his sheath and the knife snaps in almost like Kydex. So that is capable if you want to take the time to do that with your Condor knife, treating it with wax. Now lots of different shoe conditioners and shoe polish will work as well. I personally recommend Saddle Soap. It's a very high quality leather cleaner that works great on boots, on saddles if you ride horses, or just on your good old-fashioned Condor sheath. And by putting it in a circular motion with the cloth, you get a great shine with it. And of course, read the directions with whatever you're putting on there. This Saddle Soap is a great pre-treatment too. I have some other general products here. Snow Seal works very well. This Wet Proof works very well to seal and condition your leather goods. This particular Obanoff's Heavy Duty LP Leather Preservative works just as well. It's almost like a wax, but it also has propolis, which is also made by bees. Bees wax is a bee's knees, and it's also heated up by human skin contact. So you put the leather lotion on the skin of the leather and you work it around and work it into there to get a nice gloss, and this helps waterproof and protect your coat. And it works from every type of leather that you have. And this just doesn't go for Condor knives as well. This also goes for any type of other leather material you may have out there. You can see right here before I put the leather stuff on, right here is afterwards. We'll try and just shine that spot right there. And it helps condition the leather because it's just skin. Remember, leather is just skin, so anything that you would work with the skin would help condition the leather, including car upholstery things that, like son of a gun, or some of the other types of car upholstery protectants can help protect your leather, especially if you live in very hot habitats, or if you leave your leather product next to a heater or in your car. Don't leave your leather product in your car for a long time without some type of treatment, because the leather cracks, it dries out, it starts to drain, it starts to get mold. So these are tips and tricks about the care and preservation of your Condor sheath. Now, what happens if your sheath becomes so loose or so tight when you get it? The first thing is, leather is a skin, so it stretches. So keep working it and stretching it, working it back and forth to stretch it to get it loose. Let's see if we can loosen this up just by working it. Right now we're at that retention. If we work hard at the stretching, did I eat my Wheaties this morning? Who knows? We might be able to get it loose enough to fall out. Now by working it once more, smoothing it through there, we can get it to have a little bit more retention by pinching it, by pushing it together. The other thing that you can do is water form the sheath. Say your sheath is very old and it's been worn really hard. You can take the whole sheath and dip it in water. Then take your knife, wrap it in saran wrap, and put it into the sheath. You will then clamp the parts where you'd want the retention, such as around the front of the blade near the ricasso and maybe near the back, and get a formed leather sheath that way. You want to be careful not to have it in too long though, because you don't want to have the rust happening on your blade. You can also oil your blade before you wrap it in saran wrap to help ensure that you don't get rust. Normally you leave it overnight. There are lots of different YouTube and instructional videos on how to do leather forming, leather care out there, and leather general leather maintenance. So check those out by just looking up general leather knife sheath maintenance. You can find more information on condortk.com or on Instagram, looking up condortk. Oh, by the way, make sure you get the end too. That stuff's really important. That's an area where a lot of things dry out. Thank you for your time.